Okay, let's go again. I haven't lost interest in experimenting with the grob at the moment. It's going to be a passing interest, I think, probably, but it's fun to play just to see what do people do when they haven't got too much book knowledge. It's interesting to see how people improvise. While we're waiting, let's have a look at Gym Bunny. Is he playing? No, he's not. Volodya. Bullet game. So bishop e5 is almost threatened if that g2 is protected first. Now there's a problem. Okay, let's just close this one off. Nope. Okay, how do we stop this game? Let's not lose too much time. I'll just put this on top and hope the other game finishes soon. The bullet game in the background. So this system, try and exchange off this guy. Can I try and create some weaknesses? I don't know if I'm falling into White's plan here. I didn't play the reverse grob, I just realised. But it was difficult against B3. I think G5 is not the best reaction to B3. That would have been an amusing game. I think here now E4 is on the cards. There's D4. Can I target that knight on G3 here somehow? With H5. I think H5 looks fun. This diagonal, especially if he's not casting kingside, this diagonal could be a problem. Okay, if I just take that, take on D3. Is he slightly loose anywhere? Bishop B4. This E3. The F file. What about G6? I'm running into this diagonal. So for the moment, I think I'll prepare G6 without this diagonal disaster. On casting queenside, maybe bishop A3 anyway, just get rid of this bishop. Try and use the weakened dart squares. Okay. I think taking
check
might not be a mistake here. Too much. F file, I think. I can plant a knight on F4. Okay, knight G3 is now threatened. Rhf1 knight G3. Or knight G3 still has check. Little cheapo, naughty cheapo. Okay, try and control. Manages knight D5 as rook D5. Little cheapo myself. Trying to control D4. Okay, so if I play Queen E5 now, still trying to control the D4 square. Nice pin, maybe B5. He moves the king. What's going on here? Okay, it's B5 possible. King C2. Just Rook F8 or Rook D6. What about Rook D6? Just to try and double on protects G6. If I just double on D3 for a moment, knowing that knight D5 is pinned anyway, but there will be Rook D5 because of this pin here. I'll just double on D3 and then B5. King C2, C4 might be useful with the rooks doubled. Take. Okay, I think where else are my rooks going here anyway? Apart from this D3 and the D file. The knight's got G3 as an option. Okay, he's making way. Unpinning there. Okay, Rook D4, just so that C5 isn't exposed. Okay, what to do now? Knight F6 takes E4. Take with the knight. Takes with the knight. maybe just b5 anyway for c4. That might be a thematic break here. He has got knight d5 coming up. If I take, he's on c7. So, I don't know, knight g3, knight d5. There's g5, I lose that knight. c6 is not a move I really wanted to play. Mind you, I think it might be necessary and necessary evil to stop knight d5. On knight e2, the rook's almost trapped. Let's just tuck the king away for a sec. Or not. Maybe. Unless he was setting some sort of trap with h4, which I can't see. So b5 is ruled out here. If I do take that, I get to play knight f4, which might be, yeah, I think I'll do that. It might be worthwhile. I'll get that knight back in the centre. So maybe knight e6 and then later to d4, maybe rook b4, knight d4. Let's get this knight back into the centre. I don't think any d3 or c4 is working here. Okay, so knight e6, there's queen d, there isn't queen d8. Now rook a4 is also interesting for knight d4 coming up. Oh, here it's just winning up the queen, isn't it? Knight d4 check is winning the queen. And that's end of game. Okay, so takes knight d4 check, just winning the queen. Yeah, forcing moves are pretty lethal in chess. We've seen that from the candidates. Well, here rook a2 is pretty strong. Surely.
Check.
Well, I can get the queens off here. I think I'll do that.
Check.
Let's get the queens off. So I don't think there shouldn't be, famous last words, there shouldn't be too many technical problems on right up. But after that last game this morning, can I get the past a pawn going? The knight can sacrifice itself for a pawn over here if needed. I'll just play b5, a5, get this a pawn running here. I'll get it ready. The king's not going to harass the knight for a moment or two. I'll get my a pawn ready to roll. He can play h5 and play for king f5. I'll just sack the knight for that pawn and the a pawn should triumph here. Aha! Okay, I'll bring the king in critically. Where can the king go? I'll stick with the a pawn and go into try and get the zugzwang. Okay.
Check.
Can I not just mop up the pawns actually? Get this c pawn going.
Check.
I think I might be able to win this ending. Oh dear. Okay. So yeah, that was an interesting game. I didn't really feel under any great pressure in this game, especially after he lost this venomous bishop. I avoided a problem on the diagonal because I think knight e4 might have been handy at some point.
Check.
After that bishop goes, the dark squares are a bit weakened, and even though tactically, okay, he sets up a cheapo, but fundamentally his dark squares are a bit weaker than usual. Although c6 I didn't really want to play coming up here soon. Here knight d5 for c7. If I don't play c6, that might have been an issue actually for knight d5. I don't mind the exchange of queens here. This is rerouting the knight away from the knight on the rim is dim, as they say. It was really
Check.
quite the hero here, this knight. Right, so comments or questions on YouTube. Thanks very much.